Hello, I'm JP from Singapore. Have you heard of the term Henry? High earner, not rich yet? Today, I want to talk about this. Even if you are not a Henry, you can still achieve financial freedom by following the 4 steps I'll be sharing in today's video. Because financial freedom isn't just about earning more, it's about keeping, growing, and using what you already have with intention and purpose. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. Many people believe financial freedom is only for high earners, the so-called Henrys. But here's the truth, you don't need to be one. What truly matters isn't your income, it's your readiness. And that means having buffers, discipline, and clarity about what you value. Because even if you earn an average income, you can still build a freedom fund, grow multiple income pillars, and design a life with purpose. In today's video, I will share 4 practical steps that helped me achieve financial independence, from growing my income and avoiding lifestyle creep to reskilling for the future. By the end, you will see that true financial freedom isn't about how much you earn. It's about how ready you are before life forces you to be. In today's world, no job is guaranteed, and the cost of living keeps rising. Many of us, including myself, belong to what is called the sandwich generation, caring for aging parents while still raising or supporting our children. That means every dollar you earn often has to stretch 3 ways: for your parents' medical needs, your children's future, and for your own retirement. And the truth is, most people underestimate how heavy that squeeze can feel. A July 2021 study by AIA Singapore found that young parents spend 2.5 times more on their children's needs than on their own retirement planning. And according to a 2024 October UOB survey, 29% of Singaporeans said that caring for aging parents was now their top financial worry. Herein lies the sandwich generation paradox. Parents pour love and resources into their children, spending generously to give them a head start. Yet, by neglecting their own retirement, they may one day become a financial burden to those same children. We also want to give back to our parents and give our children the best. But in the process, we often give up our own financial security. Which is why preparation is power. It's not about paranoia, it's about intention. Financial independence isn't about luxury, it's about readiness. Readiness to face uncertainty, to care for those you love, and to live with peace of mind. Financial independence isn't about yachts or quitting your job at 40. It's about peace of mind. When you have buffers, including savings, CPF, SRS, and investments, you can pause to care for family, take a break, or change direction without panic. That flexibility is real freedom. This connects deeply with the Japanese concept of Ikigai, finding joy and vitality in what you do daily. Ikigai represents a quiet sense of purpose and self-fulfillment. Financial independence gives you the space to live with purpose, not pressure, and to live on your own terms. Let's now turn this into action. 4 steps that can help you build readiness at any age. Step number 1. Grow your income first. Before saving or investing, you need to earn well. Income is the engine that drives your whole plan. However, not all income sources are created equal. Some industries generally offer higher earnings potential than others. According to statistics from the Ministry of Manpower, in 2024, out of a total of 2.07 million full-time employed residents, the median gross income monthly is $5,500. Top 4% of the residents earn more than $20,000 per month, and the top 16% of residents earn more than $12,000 per month. This definition includes 1/12 of the annual bonus and before deducting employee CPF contributions. What that means is, in terms of annual salary, the median wage will be about $66,000. The top 16% will earn more than $144,000, while the top 4% will earn more than $240,000. Taking a closer look at the top 16% of residents who earn more than $12,000 per month, these are what we will term as high earners, you will realize 4 industries, namely financial services, professional services, information and communications, and wholesale trade. Together, they make up almost 2/3 of the top earners, and they hire about 40% of total residents. The majority still earn less, yet some are still able to quietly achieve financial freedom through consistency and discipline. So, whatever your field, focus on the skills that can scale. The more value you can create, the less you will have to trade time for money. Next, we move to step number 2, build your freedom fund. Some in the FIRE community call this an FU fund, money that lets you say no to bad situations. But I prefer to call it a freedom fund because what you are really buying is time and choice. Your freedom fund isn't just an emergency buffer, it is your runway, the breathing space that allows you to pause, reset, or make a change without fear. A good rule of thumb is to set aside 7 to 12 months of living expenses. But before you can do that, you will need to first know your numbers. And that starts with good money habits. Track your expenses and see if you're overspending. Review your recurring costs, such as subscriptions, dining, shopping. Pay yourself first, including automating your savings right after each income comes in. When you know where your money goes, you can intentionally channel this into your freedom fund. Because at the end of the day, you're not just saving for emergencies. You're buying freedom, flexibility, and peace of mind. Moving on to step number 3, automate your savings and watch out for lifestyle creep. As income rises, so do temptations. Each decade or life stage comes with its own version of "I deserve this." Be aware of how lifestyle creep can look like at each stage and try to refrain from these unnecessary upgrades. In your 20s, you receive your first paycheck and finally start the earnings phase. Be mindful of FOMO travel, buying expensive gadgets, or signing up for expensive gym memberships. Instead, start good money habits now by paying yourself first, transferring a certain percent of your income every month to savings, and do dollar cost averaging investing. In your 30s, as you get married and start a family, be mindful of the associated cost of wedding or home renovation, and subsequently kids enrichment programs as well. As usual, automate your savings and investments before any discretionary spending. In your 40s and 50s, many lifestyle upgrades will start to feel within reach, from upgrading your home or buying a car, to traveling more or dining out frequently. Be mindful and intentional about which upgrades truly add value to your life, as every dollar you save and invest instead can help grow your retirement fund. Finally, when you are in your 60s and beyond, it's important to stay prudent with your investments and avoid overconfidence. The focus should shift towards preserving wealth, maintaining sustainable spending, and planning for legacy or charitable giving. One of the biggest lifestyle traps in Singapore is car ownership. For viewers outside Singapore, here is why it's such a financial drain. To own a car in Singapore, you must first own a piece of paper called the Certificate of Entitlement, called the COE for short. This gives you the right to own and use the car for 10 years. After the 10 years, you will have to bid for another COE if you want to continue driving the car. Due to limited supply and constant high demand, COE prices have now increased to more than $110,000 as at October. Next, if you add in the car price, taxes, insurance, etc., total cost of ownership of a car can easily exceed $200,000 over 10 years, making Singapore the most expensive place globally to own a car. Buying a car will severely derail anyone's plan for financial independence, as the amount otherwise saved and invested could easily fund a decade of travel or buy years of freedom. Today, with Grab, Tada, taxis, and a world-class public transport system, mobility is easier and cheaper than ever. Our own family car was bought years ago for about $75,000, including a COE of $38,000 then. When that COE expires in May 2028, we'll be traveling in what I call BMWG style, which stands for bus, MRT, walk, or Grab. It's not about giving up comfort. It's about choosing freedom over friction and letting your money grow instead of depreciate. Financial readiness isn't just about money, it's also about staying relevant. All Singaporeans were given a one-off $500 SkillsFuture credit back in 2020, and this will expire on 31st December this year. As of 21st October, about 70% of Singaporeans have yet to use their credits, including myself. For many, it's due to a lack of time or uncertainty about which course to commit to. But I recently found out that we can actually use these credits to sign up for online subscriptions and courses, which will make learning much more flexible. Some of the approved providers include Coursera, NTUC Learning Hub, and Udemy, among others. I will share the official link in the comments below so that you can check them out. Personally, I struggled to pick just one physical course that fits my schedule. So, I decided that an online one-year subscription would be a better choice. After comparing the options, I signed up for Udemy Business a few days ago, which now gives me access to over 26,000 courses across a wide range of topics, which I've shown here, all at my own pace, anytime, anywhere. And this is fully offset by the $500 credits without costing me anything. So, don't let your credits go to waste. Be among the 30% of Singaporeans who actually make use of this opportunity for reskilling and lifelong learning, and enjoy a free one-year subscription while you still can. Even as a retiree, I'm not letting these credits go to waste, because learning shouldn't stop once you leave the workforce. I'm quite excited that they have a lot of Gen AI, digital marketing, social media, and content marketing courses that I can attend. For those who are still working, all the more you should reskill. Continuous learning can help you stay competitive or perform even better in your current role, especially as technology and AI keep changing how we work. Learning something new today keeps you ready for tomorrow. Investing in your skills is still investing in yourself. And if you're aged 40 and above, you can also tap into the SkillsFuture Mid-Career Training Allowance, which provides up to 50% of your average income, up to $3,000 per month, for up to 24 months of full-time training. This is separate from the one-time $4,000 SkillsFuture credit top-up, which offsets course fees. It is a powerful way to pivot safely while upgrading yourself. Because in the end, financial independence isn't just about having assets. It's about keeping your skills, your mind, and your purpose active. As discussed, only about 16% of full-time residents in Singapore earn more than $12,000 per month. But income is just one part of the story. This next chart gives an interesting perspective. It shows how high earners are distributed across age groups. For example, in my age group of 45 to 49, around 28% earn above $12,000 a month. These are the so-called Henrys, high earners not rich yet. You can also see how income levels tend to rise through the 30s and 40s, before tapering off in the 50s and 60s, as people slow down or step back from full-time work. Have a look and see how you stack up against your peers, and think about whether there's still room to grow your income from here. Earning a high income looks impressive, but without a strong savings rate and investment growth, it doesn't automatically lead to financial independence. Even some high earners struggle to retire because their expenses, lifestyle, and expectations grow in step with their pay. There was a recent CNA video interviewing Joe Ong, a financial advisor, where he explained why even Henry's high income not rich yet, high earners can't retire early. Many fall into what he calls the Singapore success trap. Many of these high earners try to keep up with the Joneses, buying a bigger house, a new car, taking luxury holidays, and upgrading their lifestyle to match their peers. It creates an illusion of success, but this is not true freedom. As the saying goes, we spend money that we do not have on things we do not need to impress people who do not care. When you are in your 20s, you care about what everybody thinks. When you are in your 40s, you stop caring. And finally, when you are 60, you realize no one was ever thinking about you in the first place. Some high earners save but never invest, leaving cash idle. Others scatter their portfolios without a clear plan. As a result, despite high salaries, many end up asset rich, cash poor, and still far from being financially free. Coming back to my own FIRE journey, as mentioned earlier, about 11% of employed residents work in the financial industry, which also happens to be the highest paying sector in Singapore. Within this group, around 40% earn over 12,000 a month, the so-called Henrys, and about 13% earn above 20,000 a month. And for those mathematically inclined viewers who have been trying to guess my salary since my previous videos, here's my answer. While I was a Henry, I wasn't among the top 13% in the financial industry, nor am I in the top 4% of earners in Singapore last year. But by keeping my lifestyle simple and intentional, I consistently save 50 to 60% of my annual income over the past 14 years before retirement. And it was this discipline and not my income level that allowed me to retire early at 47, well ahead of many peers who still earn more today. Because in the end, it's not about how much you earn, it's about how well you manage what you have and let it grow. If you haven't seen it yet, please watch my earlier video on how I 11x my net worth in 14 years, where I shared more details of how I grew my net worth from 270,000 to 3 million in the past 14 years. This roadmap shows how you can build financial readiness at each age and life stage. The key is to start before life forces your hand. I hope these reminders help you stay focused and intentional as you pursue your own FIRE journey. You can't always control the economy, your company, or your circumstances, but you can control your own readiness. Financial independence isn't about status, it's about freedom and purpose. Freedom to pause when life changes, and purpose to spend time on what truly matters. So, start small. Build your freedom fund. Stay curious and keep learning. Invest consistently. Because you don't need to be a Henry to be financially free. You just need to start, and the future you will thank you. And as the saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is now. I want to take a moment to say thank you. What started as a small passion project, Ikigai Living SG, has now grown into a community of almost 2,900 subscribers in just 3 months. I'm honestly surprised, humbled, and deeply grateful for all your support. Looking back, I'm also proud that I took action instead of living with regret. The idea of starting a YouTube channel was just a fleeting thought, and within a week, I decided to make it real. It took another month before I published my first video, but I'm proud I started, and I'm glad you are here. It reminded me that you don't need everything figured out before you start. You just need to start. Beyond this channel, I'm now exploring other roles in what I call Phase 3 of retirement, the trial and error phase. I talked about this in my previous video, where I shared my honest reflections after 7 months into FIRE. Each of these new pursuits is a way to reimagine retirement, to keep contributing, just in a different way. From December, I'll also be diving into e-learning through at Udemy, when my 1-year subscription begins. And before that, I'll be taking some time in November to plan and enjoy my year-end vacation, a nice balance between learning, reflection, and rest. So I may not be posting new videos every week for a while. If you'd like to stay updated, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. That way, you'll be the first to know when new content drops. And as for future topics, there's plenty more I would love to explore with you. One is on health, because health is the ultimate wealth, including how I lost 11 kg in 8 months naturally and who inspired me to do it. Another topic is on legacy planning, exploring wills and trusts, and how I'm approaching estate planning for my own family. These are not necessarily the next videos, but they are part of the journey ahead. If any of them interests you, please let me know in the comments. Thank you again for being part of this journey and for showing that financial independence isn't the end of the story. It is the beginning of living with Ikigai, purpose, freedom, and joy. Till then, have a great Ikigai day.